Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Today's video, we are going to be going through the biggest rivalries in English football. We'll be going from fifth to both of our first place, what we think is the biggest rivalry in English football. Today that's what we're going to be going on talking about. Do make sure to check out our last video in the top left corner. Make sure to head over there. Cracking video, and we did go through every single stadium in the Premier League and ranking them in what position out of all 20. So yeah, make sure to head over there. Adam, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thanks, mate. So as I've said, boys, we are going to be going through the biggest rivalry in English football today. And Adam, for this one, what was you thinking behind the teams you were picking?
We've done it as a together, haven't we? We've voted them together from fifth to first. So in fifth place, what did we go with, Miles?
Well, we've gone with Liverpool and Everton for fifth place, and I think it's a massive rivalry, but I think it's the fact that Liverpool fans really now don't find it that important because there's so many levels higher than Everton. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I actually. I mean, a Merseyside derby is a Merseyside derby, but being a Liverpool fan, I actually don't really care as much anymore for the Merseyside derby because, Liverpool just win every time. Maybe 10 years ago, it used to be always exciting because you didn't know what the result was going to be. It was just 50-50 really, and it was a lot tougher back then. But now Liverpool are just miles ahead, like you said. So, it's not as important to Liverpool fans anymore, but Everton fans still find it important. If they beat Liverpool, that's a massive achievement for them. They haven't done it in so long. So yeah, Liverpool and Everton is a big rivalry still. It's always been a big rivalry, I would say. Everyone knows the Merseyside derby, but yeah, that's what I think of it.
Yeah, it's it's a massive derby, but again, it's the quality of the years that Liverpool are just top class and Everton are struggling to get in Europe. It's the difference in quality of both teams, and that's why we've put Liverpool and Everton in fifth place. Again, both great sets of fans, great atmosphere on a derby day in the Merseyside, either at Goodison Park or at Anfield. But I think fifth place is fair. We've both gone with fifth place. Now fourth place, mate. I've gone for Birmingham versus Aston Villa.
Yeah. That is a big rivalry.
Massive rivalry. We've seen it with, fans even coming on the pitch and punching other players in the opposite team with Jack Grealish last year.
Yeah.
Massive, absolutely massive rivalry. The hatred both teams have for each other is massive, and whenever it's an Aston Villa Birmingham City derby day, it's always a good one.
Yeah, it's like Liverpool and Everton. It's still a big derby, but obviously Aston Villa are higher than Birmingham now. It's all 10 years ago. It was Liverpool, Everton were on the same level. Now Birmingham and Aston Villa are on the same level. So it's still a big rivalry. But yeah, the Birmingham fans and Aston Villa hate each other.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere. The atmosphere on a match day is absolutely unbelievable. I've seen YouTube clips of, and it's just it's so loud, and especially with headphones on, it's just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I would love to go and visit Villa Park one day or Birmingham's ground to see one of those derbies in the future, because honestly, it's absolutely amazing. And both sets of fans again, absolute quality, and both love and their teams are so passionate, and the hatred they have for each other, which makes it a massive derby day.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's at St Andrews or Villa Park. It's always a cracker.
Yeah, always. So third place. Now this is kind of where it gets a bit tricky now with third, second, and first. We've gone with Sheffield United versus Sheffield Wednesday. Now, for me, I think this is an important one because I've got a good friend of mine who's a Sheffield Wednesday fan, and it's just how he describes Sheffield United to me. I will be able to tell you, boys. Honestly, it's got so much hatred for that football club. And again, if it's at Hillsborough, what an unbelievable atmosphere. Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday. Again, there's difference in quality now with Sheffield Wednesday being in the Championship and Sheffield United in the Premiership, who looking really good this season. Yeah, Europa League or even Champions League maybe. But yeah, unbelievable derby. It's just the atmosphere is incredible on a match day. What do you think, mate?
Well, to be honest, this was more your choice. I didn't know much about it, but there must be some sort of rivalry being both in Sheffield. But yeah, I don't know much about it.
Yeah, it's such a big derby, and I'm not like I'd say I'm about an hour and a half away from Sheffield. I know Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday fans, and the hatred they have for each other is honestly just unbelievable. And on a match day, it always good. So it's always an excited one when it's Sheffield United versus Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah. What is second, Miles? What have we put for second?
Well, second, now this is a massive one, and second and first, I'd say are kind of on the first, like both on the same levels, but
Yeah.
second, I've gone with Newcastle United versus Sunderland.
Newcastle, Sunderland. That is. I know Sunderland fans, and they can't stand Newcastle as a football club. They can't stand them as fans. It's such a passionate rivalry, being a derby. It's the same, like I said, with Aston Villa and Liverpool, Everton. They were on the same level. That's how you couldn't tell what way it would go. But now Sunderland relegated twice in a row down to League One. Newcastle relegated to the Championship, now back up, doing okay now with Steve Bruce. So yeah, it's you don't like Birmingham, Aston Villa. You don't get the match fixture much. Same and Newcastle, Sunderland. You don't get that match fixture much anymore. But when it happens, it kicks off. Kicks off.
We used to see it every year, didn't we, in the Premiership? And then Newcastle went down, and then Sunderland them going down. Newcastle came up, then Sunderland went down again, and Sunderland stayed there now, and they're struggling. But even wasn't it like an under-21s game like last year or 2 years ago, and Newcastle or Sunderland either took so many fans for an under-21s game?
I'm not sure.
It's amazing. The support on a derby day is unreal, and the noise, the atmosphere is just special.
It's a must watch, isn't it?
It's a must watch. Fans so passionate. It's just derby day, and it's always an exciting one.
Yeah,
always an exciting one. I do know a few Newcastle fans, as I say, they have banter taking the mick now and then again about some, and when they do play each other again, then it's definitely going to be a good game. Definitely.
Yeah.
So first, now, as I said, first and second, I think kind of they are on the same kind of level. But for me, I think this one just edges it because it's kind of got a history and it's known to be a massive rivalry. It's had films after this rivalry, and it is Millwall versus West Ham. Wow, what a rivalry! There's films like Green Street Hooligans, and if you don't know much about Millwall versus West Ham, I'd say go and watch that. Watch that, and then you'll find out how big the rivalry is. It's, I'd say, most definitely the biggest rivalry in English football. The fans are so passionate, the hatred they have for each other, I think, is bigger than anyone in this country. Two teams that just can't stand each other. They hate each other so much. That makes the game of football even more exciting. And again, there's a massive difference in quality. West Ham are struggling this season. Could they go down, and could we see a derby day like that again? I'm not sure, but wow, what a game! What do you think, mate?
Well, Millwall fans are wild. When Everton played them, there was a time where they were Everton fans and Millwall fans were fighting outside, and someone got knifed to the face and a massive slice on his face. They always get into fights. The fans, they're just wild. They're always bouncing. But yeah, you never see. Well, again, it's another match that you don't really see. But West Ham, with the team that they have, could go down. A lot of players could leave, but yeah, we could see that one again.
Yeah, well, it's like if West Ham do go down, that both games home and away for West Ham and Millwall, but it's just they just hate each other. Both football clubs. It's such a big rivalry, and when the game does occur, it's always going to be an exciting one. And yeah, it's always great, a great atmosphere. It's just so loud. Just go and watch clips of it, then you'll realise why we've both decided to put it in first place. It's such a big rivalry.
It was good at Upton Park, wasn't it?
Yeah, great Upton Park. Upton Park was a fantastic ground. Since moving to the London Stadium, the atmosphere it's gone downhill, hasn't it, for West Ham? It's different, and that's what happens with most football clubs. But I think no matter where they do play, Millwall and West Ham, it will always be a fantastic atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I think that game would provide the best atmosphere in English football. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mate.
Yeah, it's incredible, and as I've said again, the fans, just the hatred they have for each other is just, it makes it such an amazing game that it's so exciting. And if you're the team, say if you're a fan and you're losing, if you lose that game, you just can't bear to go and work the next day. Same with being a West Ham fan. If the same happened, it's a way of life for West Ham and Millwall fans, especially in that game. It can change their mood. It can change the day. It can change the week. It can change the year. It can change the decade. It's such a massive game. Such a massive game. So yeah, that's our top five. Adam, what are you thinking, mate?
Yeah, well, if you've got any changes to our top five, you drop down in the comments your top five best derbies in English football. I'm sure there'll be other fixtures in there. I hope you enjoys today's podcast. Again, leave comments in the comment section of what topics you want us to talk about, and we will talk about them in the next podcast. So yeah, I've been Adam, son of Kenner.
I've been Miles HD.
And we'll catch you later. See you later, guys.
See you later. Peace.